Mike, a disappointing result in the end here against Colchester in the Virtue Trophy. Obviously, an experimental lineup and possibly approach to the game, but ultimately a defeat and a disappointing performance come the end.
Yeah, I feel like I'm standing here probably far too often trying to explain the performance. I think this evening was really, really simple for me. I want some, in particular, some of the new signings to really kind of put a marker down and say, "I'm your man." Pick me. And I don't feel the group are doing that at the moment. And I just said to them there, I've left them under no uncertain terms that um, the performance at times was too casual. Whether that is a complete lack of respect for the competition, which obviously we won't accept. Um, I don't know why that is, but I just felt we had pockets of play where you go, okay, here we go, we're off, and then pockets of play where we were just far too slow. And I've just said to them there, like, I wanted a much smaller squad, a real tight knit group. We've obviously recruited 4 players yesterday, and those four players have added a huge amount of quality. So there are some individuals that really need to kind of roll their sleeves up and show that they need to that they can be in this team. If they don't, then I've got a really easy decision to make, which some of those players won't like.
Yeah, those 4 new players and Bradley Fink as well, obviously now coming back to fitness, having had a stop start to his career. I guess it's giving you a lot of food for thought for these upcoming games because, you've alluded to it, we do need to start getting some wins on the board, lift morale, get ourselves up the table and just start to prove really that this plan is going in the right direction.
Yeah, and listen, I think that the reality is I can't sit here and talk around style of play and process and all those types of things when you put a performance that is so inconsistent. This evening, there was like I said, like that we started the game quite well. We then just for whatever reason, come off the tempo, and we end up being far too slow in possession of the ball. They then score, which then gives us a little bit of a slap in the face and a little bit of a wake up call. We then look better, we score, and yeah, and as I said, the performance was far too casual, and that won't happen on Saturday. It won't happen. I think we're at a point now where I've had to, just because of the players that come to the football club, experiment. Not experiment is probably the wrong phrase, but have a look at this player, have a look at that player, and whatever else. But it's now getting to a point where I'm saying, like, this is the team, and the individuals out the team have got to now start to step up. As I said, we've recruited 4 really talented footballers, in particular at the top end of the pitch, that are going to give us a little bit of extra spark. How quickly we can get them to speed, time will tell. But look, I'm not naive. We need to do more than what we've done this evening, and at the moment, I'm not giving the fans a huge amount to kind of champion. I completely get that. I've stood at the side of the pitch for the last 2 games and not liked my team, but that will change on Saturday.